Well, now to football, and there's no match here for Bristol Rovers tomorrow. They hope to continue their mini revival at Rotherham. Swindon, though, are clearly flying. Their latest victory came on Tuesday night over promotion rivals Shrewsbury. The manager is pleased to be a point clear at the top of the league with 2 games in hand, but his main aim is to remain in the top 3 automatic promotion places.
It's a good position, comfortable position, because if you have a chance to win another 2-3 games, you extend the gap between you and the 4th place, because this is have to be our first step at the moment. So maybe extend, the gap between us and the 4th place.
There's no one like him, is there?
Now then, on to League Two, and there's no doubt which is the team of the moment. A run of just 1 defeat in 19 has seen Swindon Town move effortlessly through the pack and to the top of the table. And they've done it, of course, under the tutelage of a well-known managerial rookie.
When he stood on this pitch holding the red and white shirt and was unveiled as the new boss of Swindon Town, few people could have anticipated the impact that Paolo Di Canio would have had in his first season as a manager. But in midweek, an 8th successive league win secured top spot, and it's so far so good for the Italian. Although it's fair to say there have been 1 or 2 moments along the way.
Occasionally it oversteps the mark once or twice. Northampton away, when we go and score in the last minute and he's running down, he knows he's not going to do that and celebrate with the fans, and we pay a fine with a good grace. Some of the time he probably gets picked on a little bit, and we've got to address that.
I think it's fair to say that Paolo has got his own way of doing things.
You're telling me I'm going to run again tomorrow?
Remember the spat with Leon Clark at the end of Swindon's Carling Cup tie with Southampton? He's never played for the club again. Di Canio has also been sent to the stand so often, it has been suggested he should buy a season ticket. And to say he's brightened up the odd press conference or two is an understatement.
I have a culture. I don't stop my culture. I speak with my body language sometimes. And even if I'm in England, the English people, English referee have to respect me.
What's it like to have him as your manager?
Fantastic. I mean, it was a bit, it went quite short at the start of the season, how it was all going, but, I run 8 wins in a row, and football we're playing, the passion of the man, it's great.
Even if they send me off, we win this league, no problem.
He's a very inspiring manager.
I will move my body, my arms, my shoulder, my legs, that can't send me off every time.
Top of the league, Worthington Johnson's Bank Cup final trophy, so bring it on.
I will keep more calm if I can, but I can't change what I am.
Rollercoaster ride or not, Paolo Di Canio's legendary status in the English game is already assured. Who else would have terrace chants like Verdi's Rigoletto?
Paolo Di Canio! Paolo Di Canio!
And of course, D-I-S-C-O by Ottawan. And the consistency of his side has been outstanding. Swindon's last league defeat was on Boxing Day. Add to that a date at Wembley for the Johnstone's Paint Trophy final in March, and you can see just what kind of an impact he's had on a club that, lest we forget, suffered relegation at the end of last season.
He's very passionate, he's very enthusiastic, he definitely gets his point across. The boys react to it, and obviously when somebody like the gaffer, who's a big name, and cheers you up and tells you you've done something well, then it gives you a lift, doesn't it?
Technically in training he's very good, he's better than all of us, that's for sure, and yeah, you never, you've always got to be on your toes.
Hi, Clint.
Nice to see you, mate.
How you doing, all right?
I'm good. Oh, you're a bit dashing, mate.
I'm a bit late, yeah.
Yeah. Would Paolo be cross about that? Jeremy, I suspect you'd be gutted now if he didn't finish the job off for you.
Which job?
Getting back up into at least the next division. And I suspect you've got designs a bit further.
No, that's the truth. I mean, the truth is the plan, I think, as long as our ambition matches his ambition, he's here for a lot longer than people think.
So it's Accrington Stanley who stand in the way of Swindon's 9th consecutive league win, a result that would break a club record set back in 1926.
The leaders had this one sewn up by half-time. Paul Benson flicked them into an 8th-minute lead. That didn't bode well for an Accrington side who had lost the last 3 without scoring, although Portregimond went close to ending the goal drought. But that was only a minor scare for a side who hadn't lost at home since the opening month of the campaign. Matt Ritchie's dipping effort threatened to increase Stanley's misery. But no such problems for Swindon, who are enjoying the ride under the stewardship of their feisty Italian manager. So much so they hope to open talks about a contract extension in the coming days. And just before the half hour, they were well on their way to a 7th straight home success. Benson's 2nd of the match and 4th in as many games settled the contest. It means Paul Cook is still searching for his first win as Accrington manager. A terrific double stop from debutant keeper Lee Nichols prevented further damage. But Swindon are going to take some stopping.
Well, you've just broken an 86-year-old club record, and yet I don't think you're very happy, Paolo.
To be honest, I'm not happy. No, about the record, I can be happy because it means that we won a game. It's a few victories in a row, but in the way we play today, second half, I'm very furious with my players. I'm not happy.
Those standards are very high, aren't they?
It's not about 3 points, it's not about the record, but in some way, obviously, in general, I'm happy because it means that we are at the top with another victory. Like you say, the record, you know, but the record doesn't count if you don't win the title.
I'm so glad you're starting to smile. I was getting really, really worried. Are you absolutely drained?
You let me smile because I like you, no, as a man, as a person, because your smile is an infection, you know, so, but... Thanks for this moment because I was furious until 5 minutes ago. My players.
I just want you to enjoy what you do, Paolo. That's all. I just want you to get enjoyment out of this magnificent achievement.
Yeah, but enjoy is not only win. Enjoy is winning the way you want. You know, I can understand sometimes. You know, because as a manager you have to look forward for the future. I'm worried because if we behave in this way like we did in the second half, we are not in the right way.
So room for improvement as far as Paolo Di Canio is concerned. How impressed have you been by the Italian?
He's done a fantastic job, there's no doubt about that. Lost 4 out of his first 5 and now he's won 19 of his last 26,
incredible.
Culminating in a record 9-game winning streak. So it's a fantastic result. What you've got to say about him is, okay, I think it's a decent first job that he's walked into, simply because he's got room for manoeuvre. You know, he's made 1 or 2 signings that haven't worked out.
No.
You know, hasten to add, not
And
everything
I think
has
he
come
puts
off.
his hands up to those as well.
But he's been able to get rid of those players and bring somebody else in. You know, if you're saying you're hanging your hat on one player, and if that doesn't work out, you've got no other room for manoeuvre. Then it's harder. But he's been given a little bit of latitude with regard to he can bring a couple in. If it don't work out, he can move them on. And all of a sudden now he's got players bedded in. He's got a team that he's really, really confident in, and rightly so, because look at the results.
Yeah, in pole position.
Swindon recorded a 9th successive victory to break a club record that had stood since 1926. 2 goals from Paul Benson were enough to see off Accrington and keep the Robins on course for an instant return to League One.
It was a good day for all our teams in League Two. Swindon remained top following a 2-0 victory at home to Accrington. Paul Benson got both goals in the first half. It's a record 9th successive league win for Paolo Di Canio's side.
Things couldn't be getting much better at the moment, could they, for Paolo Di Canio and Swindon? They'd... more goals coming in. They'd won 8 matches in a row going into today's game with Accrington Stanley. Now make that 9, and that is a new club record. Swindon took the lead in the 8th minute. Kevin McIntyre's cross headed in by Paul Benson. He was running in, eventually. Benson made it 2-0 with his 4th goal in as many games as Swindon remain a point clear at the top of League Two. Now, defeat means Accrington now without a win in 4. They've lost all 3 under Paul Cook without scoring a goal.
9 consecutive league wins for Swindon, a new club record. Both goals from Paul Benson. 6 for him for Swindon since his January move from Charlton, and that's awesome for Swindon ahead of a big game against Oxford at the weekend.